Today, I want to talk about something that really makes me emotional. A lot of series makes me feel that way. It's not even rare for me to cry while watching, reading, or playing something, but there is only one time I cried while reading JoJo. And I will tell you why. It wasn't the violence or the crazy battles that got to me, it was Johnny Joestar's story. And his relationship with his father. Today, I will be talking about Steel Ball Run. But don't worry, I won't be spoiling the main story. I will touch only a bit on Johnny's backstory and share a small spoiler about something in the end, nothing major. So don't worry if you haven't read it, I won't spoil the story for you.
ようこそスティールボールランレースへ人類史上初の乗馬による北米大陸横断レースである
In the part 7 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Johnny Joestar, the main protagonist, is a paraplegic jockey trying to win the famous horse race, the Steel Ball Run, alongside his partner, Gyro Zeppeli. Throughout the story, we see Johnny plagued by memories of his father, memories that cause him trauma and anxiety. But what exactly happened during his childhood? To sum it up, Johnny is the son of a wealthy landowner and renowned horse trainer, Johnny Joestar. Johnny had an older brother, Nicholas, who died in a horse accident when Johnny was still a child. The accident was supposedly caused by a mouse, and Johnny, who had spared a mouse life years before, felt responsible for his brother's death. George, who had great hopes for Nicholas, was devastated. Johnny's mother also died when he was young. Despite all this, Johnny went on to become one of the most famous horse racers, but not in his father's eyes. George always repeated that Nicholas would have been the superior son. One day, Johnny asked his father if he could borrow Nicholas' boots for a race, since his own were worn out. But George refused, saying Johnny wasn't worthy of them, and that taking his brother's boots would insult his memory. In that moment, Johnny realized he would never be able to measure up to his brother, or live up to his father's expectations. After a fight, George fell and injured himself. Then, George said the words that would haunt Johnny for the rest of his life. God took the wrong son. After that, Johnny never saw his father again and started living on his own. For Johnny, it wasn't just about the boots. It was all about being rejected again. Not just as a son, but as a person worthy of his father's love. It was a sign that no matter what Johnny would do, he would never be good enough in his father's eyes.
If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do.
By this point of the story, it's clear that Johnny doesn't have a good relationship with his father, and after all the tragedy he's been through, Johnny's life only gets worse and worse as the story unfolds. For him, his downfall began with his brother's death, but the incident with his father was the real turning point. Since then, Johnny has struggled with self-esteem, trust issues, and major daddy issues. He even says, "I'm not going to trust anyone after the incident." Even after the accident that left him paraplegic, we learn that his father never visited him, completely removing Johnny from his life.
Enough time to do the things you wanna do once you find them.
You might be wondering, what part of this exactly made you cry? We've seen sadder stories in JoJo, especially backstories. And you're right, there are definitely sadder moments. But it wasn't this part that got me. It was something that happens years later, near the end of the Steel Ball Run. While Johnny is waiting to continue the race, he sees a familiar figure emerging from the crowd. It's his father, the man he hasn't seen in years. This is the same father who said one of the worst things a father could say to his son. The father who caused Johnny years of trauma. The father who never saw Johnny as a person, but more as an accomplishment or a trophy. At that moment, Johnny wasn't the same person he was as a child. He's been through so much. fought battles, lost loved ones, and grown in a way that the young Johnny could never have imagined. But when he sees his father, he's forced to confront a past he's never truly let go of. After realizing it's his father, Johnny wonders, could he have come to cheer me on? And to make matters even worse, his father is holding the famous boots, Nicola's boots, the precious reminder of his favorite son. Seeing this, Johnny can't help but shed a tear. And honestly, I did too.
Everyone, please listen to me. Please, just for a bit. Please listen to what I have to say. I've come here because I've treated my own child horribly for years and years. And the whole time up until now, I've never realized that cruelty. I know that apologizing isn't enough to make up for my scarring of my child's heart. But that is something I finally now have come to realize. My child's name is Johnny Joestar. He crossed from the far-off west coast all the way across the continent, all by himself, and now, here, finally made it to New York. Excuse me.
We can't forget everything George Joestar did. He was cruel to his son in many ways throughout his childhood, but we can try to understand him. George's cruelty didn't come from nowhere. After losing his wife and one son, he was left with a child who was a constant reminder of the son he lost. He wasn't a monster. He was a man broken by tragedy, unable to express love. We also learned that George tried his best to make a life for himself in America. As an English businessman, that wasn't easy, especially in those times. He did everything he could to provide for his family, but ended up losing almost everything. In the end, his bitterness and cruelty only grew. It's no surprise we see signs of depression in Johnny's as well. His father was devastated, and Johnny felt the weight of that.
Pizza mozzarella, pizza mozzarella, pizza mozzarella, pizza mozzarella.
We don't know why George suddenly wanted to reunite with Johnny once he learned about the race. We don't know if he came to reconnect, to bask in Johnny's fame, to make money, or simply to see his son, but the place where they met is significant. It's the only place where he could be sure he would see him. George wanted to see Johnny, to give him hope, forgiveness, or maybe even love. Or perhaps, in the end, he just wanted to feel better himself. Maybe George never truly gets the closure he needed. But that final encounter represents something, a chance for understanding, a chance for healing. We'll never know, but we do know that it's the last time they will see each other, and that final moment will be the beginning of their reconciliation. I hope you all doing right. Happy New Year and everything. It's been a while since I have done a video, so I just wanted to quickly apologize. You know, now I have a job, now I have a girlfriend, and also the fact that around 10 videos have been deleted from my account just doesn't help to find motivation. And then when I saw the Steel Ball Run trailer, I was so excited that I was like, I really have to do this. I was thinking of doing this video for like 3-4 years, so now it's done. It didn't need a lot of work, but just a lot of motivation, and I had it. Well, I don't know when I will do another video. I hope you are doing fine. I hope you're really excited for the Steel Ball Run anime coming soon, really soon. And I wish you all the best. Have a great year 2026, and see you soon. Bye.